Welcome to Level Up episode number 22. I'm Zach Sharps as always, and I am joined by Greg. He's been in the Forsaken World review, and you've known him as probably a tough judge. He doesn't like fast leveling. He likes a challenge. Welcome to the show, Greg.
What's up, man? Thank you very much.
Alright, so the topic of discussion today is a very touchy one. World of Warcraft Vanilla was probably, if a lot of people don't know, it was a very challenging game. A lot of people had hard times raiding, and raiding was sort of the thing that good players did. We now know World of Warcraft as the casual MMO, the MMO that basically people can go in and within a week or two of the raids first releasing, they can go in and fully accomplish them due to nerf hammers and you name it.
Just a walkthrough, pretty much.
Yeah. Greg, how long have you played World of Warcraft for?
Almost 6 years now.
Did you do any of the endgame content in Cataclysm?
Yeah, I did a little bit. I did a little bit of the Firelands as well. It's just, the Firelands was okay until they nerfed it. That's for sure. Nerf day. That's the big thing.
Alright, so he's had some raid experience in Cata, so have I. I did Blackwing Descent, killed all the bosses before the nerfs came. Like, I think the nerfs came as soon as we were on, like, midway through the entire raid. It kind of sucked because we were progressing pretty good. It was about, like one boss a day or whatever, doing a good job at it, and we were just going in there and killing stuff and whatever, having a good time. Well, the thing that really bothered myself in World of Warcraft, other than the community, which I'll touch on in a little bit, was the fact that Blizzard has no confidence in the community and has no respect for the community as a whole. Over the years, we've seen the Blizzard entertainment community, Diablo, StarCraft, World of Warcraft, pretty much obliterate themselves into a bunch of 12-year-old crybabies. Don't believe me? Go on the World of Warcraft forums. And what that has done is basically made the quality of the game too simple, not unique enough, nor dynamic enough. And, ask Greg. He's played this game longer than me. He played all the way up to Firelands. I quit after, like, the first, month of Cataclysm. How is the community, Greg?
It's pretty shitty. Mostly, just a bunch of dicks, and, a lot of just most of them just sound like little kids. They're just nothing, just trolling, complaining. It's just not as it used to be, man. Not at all.
Exactly. And what I think was the cause of this was nerfing, Blizzard listening to the community too much when it came to raiding, and overall, Blizzard just not, I guess you could say, believing in their community. They lost touch with their community. And what the community really wants is a challenge. And a lot of people say, oh, that's bullshit. They have fucking 12 million subscribers now. They lost a lot of veterans. And the reason that they lost a lot of veterans is because the challenge of the game went to shit. And you could say all you want, oh, it took a month for the best raiding guild ever to fucking clear Blackwing Descent and Firelands and herp derp merp verp. But the thing is, how long did it take us to clear vanilla WoW content?
Forever.
Months.
Forever and ever and ever.
Exactly.
Awesome fun challenges.
Exactly. People would maybe clear a boss a week. A week. A boss a week maybe.
Oh, that's a good guild too.
Yeah, and that's a good guild.
There was no pugging, you couldn't pug. You weren't allowed to pug over
Voice chat was required.
Yeah.
Back then they used something random. I forget what it was called. Was Ventrilo out there? It was either Ventrilo or TeamSpeak that was out there, if I remember right. I think it was Ventrilo. I think Ventrilo has been out for quite some time. But the challenge is it's not there anymore in WoW, and a lot of people have been trying to search constantly for a brand new MMORPG. I mean, there's a lot of people now that's like, oh, I hope SWTOR is going to be good. I hope Guild Wars 2 is going to be good. I hope, Blade and Soul is going to be good. I hope Terra is going to be good. A lot of people are hoping that their next MMO is going to be good. Why would that be if World of Warcraft is not on the decline as far as challenge or as far as uniqueness is? A lot of people are getting repetitive amounts of bullshit from Blizzard, and people are not enjoying it anymore. I'm not a WoW hater at all. I just tell it how I see it, and basically tell it how the community has been complaining. They're tired of repetitiveness. Every time they hear a dynamic this, dynamic that, they flock to it, and that's why a lot of people flocked to Rift when it first came out, and a lot of people still play Rift because of that. Now, I'm not going to say that Rift is the most populated game. I'm not going to say it's the best game. I'm not going to say that it doesn't have flaws, because that would be immature and unnecessary. But what I will say is it does have challenge, it does have dynamic content, it does have great PvP. Everything that basically makes a good game.
Yeah, this game constantly keeps you busy all the time, no matter where you are.
Exactly.
It's one thing that I love about this game, Rift, here.
And you guys are probably saying, Zach, you're level 12, shut the fuck up, GG, you're a troll, leave. I had a level 40 in the beta content. I had level 30 in the, I think, phase 5 on the Guardian side. I had level 40 on the Defiant. That was my level 40. It was a Defiant. It's like a 41. I think it was a cleric. I can't bring up the trees right now. I think it was a cleric, purifier. What's the other one? Can't think. Sentinel and something else. It was basically the standard tanking tree set that people came up with. And I also had on the Defiant side, I had a ranger, marksman, and a assassin for basically PvP's sake. And I played a good amount of the content when it wasn't as polished as it is now. And now when I come through this game, finally able to pay $15 a month for the MMO and be able to buy this game, I see everything that I once saw as buggy or unclean, unfinished, unpolished, as polished, finished, and complete. And it puts a smile on my face, because I feel like I'm playing vanilla WoW right now. Like, everything's challenged. Like, you saw me die like 2 times now, and I'm facing one level higher than the mobs.
Yeah, that one level means that's a big difference too in this game.
You saw my group, my 2-party group, level 20 and myself, die to a level 13 elites. The challenge is there. A lot of people got turned off by the challenge, got turned off, and they said, oh my god, this is such a WoW clone, oh my god. The truth is, everything is going to be a WoW clone if you stick your mind to it and make it a WoW clone. And I just barely survived, oh my god. Anyways, a lot of things are going to act as a WoW clone, because the thing is, everything's going to have WoW-like features to it. I'm sorry, there's no MMO out there. Diablo 3, actually, I guess you could call Diablo 3 MMO now, considering, you know, it kind of is. It's fully online. Diablo 3 is going to feel like WoW. Of course, it's made by Blizzard. Guild Wars 2 is going to feel like WoW, because it's going to be, you know, in a fantasy world. There's going to be comparisons made. SWTOR basically has been already dubbed the sci-fi WoW, or WoW in space. You know, everything's going to be dubbed WoW this, WoW that. I mean, that's basically what it was with EQ. WoW was dubbed the EQ clone back in the day, and a lot of people didn't like it because it felt too much like EQ. That's why it took WoW so long to emerge as the granddaddy of them all. That's why I think Rift will take a long time to really hit its stride, because it's stuck in that clone word. You know, back in the day, WoW only had like 1 or 2 million subscribers starting out. 1, because their servers were not, you know, to fullest capacity, and 2, because it wasn't as good of a game as people have hoped. Soon, though, the population increased, bugs got fixed, content moved in, consistency proved worthy of the players. The consistency of Blizzard and the persistentness of their development team was basically the best of any other development team out at that time. And I think that's one thing Greg will agree with me on, is the persistentness of Tryon to bring content to this game and to ensure longevity. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I totally agree. And you know, this game, they're constantly still bringing out updates. I mean, even little minor ones, you know, just like little minor bugs not very many people knew about, you know. You know, you can tell that they're wanting to make this game better. They're trying as hard as they can, you know. They're fixing all these bugs as much as they possibly can. You know, they're doing a great job, I believe, so far.
And that's one thing that we loved about WoW is Blizzard's, and they still do this. They fix their bugs as quick as possible. And they always try to make the game as polished as possible. And if you look at the time frame of Rift and WoW, you'll see that they're sort of following the same cycle. WoW did a lot of bug fixing, content updates, stuff like that, and so is Tryon. Tryon's trying to make Rift a consistently updated game with consistent updates, hot fixes, so on and so forth. And the best part about Tryon, as of right now, is their players themselves. They love their game, and it's not like EA making, for example, Warhammer. That game was a complete fail because EA pushed it out too early, and Mythic lost touch with their game themselves. Warhammer, although was a decent potential game, it could have been a decent game at launch if it tried to. The problem with it though is bugs, critical bugs, texture tears, performance issues, so on and so forth, server issues, stuff that would have been fixed if EA did not push that out early. And I think the problem with SWTOR is that's going to happen with it as well. A lot of people have already canceled their pre-orders due to the WoW in Space title and due to the fact that they played beta and like, this is crap. It feels like WoW with lightsabers. I cannot stress enough that I feel like I'm playing vanilla WoW right now. I just do. I've been playing this game for a good 3 days straight. Just finally bought the game. Don't have a trial account anymore. A lot of times I'll play trials and just want to buy the game, but I won't try too hard to play the game because I don't want to burn myself out. But right now I'm playing the full game, and I've been playing this for probably about an hour or half hour or so now. I'm going to be playing it till probably 6 o'clock this morning. That's how I was with World of Warcraft Vanilla. I played it 8 hours a day and was hooked on it. Of course, now I have a job, I have college, and I can't do that anymore. And, Greg's looking for a job and, has a life as well. And that's one thing that we would love to do is just play this game straight. I mean, Greg, don't you?
Yeah. Wish you could do an all-nighter all over again.
Exactly. He's played this game a lot more than I have since I got it. I bought it for him, I want to say, 2-3 days ago, and
I've been playing the shit out of it ever since.
Exactly. I've only been able to play it off and on throughout those couple days due to the fact that I have work and stuff and college. But this is the weekend. It's Friday night. I have till basically Sunday to play this game straight, and I hope to reach around level 30, level 40 maybe. That's low expectations for an MMO nowadays. A lot of times you can reach anywhere from 60 to 70. But that's one thing that I love about Rift. Is the fact that the leveling is not cake. It's not gonna take you a day to reach level 60 or 70 like it would in WoW. It's gonna take you anywhere from 4 or 5 days to a week to reach anywhere near that level, which is awesome, I think. And that's if you know what you're doing as far as leveling goes. There's a lot of people out there that think that they know how to level, but they really don't. They don't really go for higher level mobs. They don't really go for higher level quests, and they really don't know how to level that fast. I'm an experienced power level. I know how to somewhat power level, and if I put my mind to it, I could level this character up to level 50 probably within about 3 to 4 days time. Would I feel like I accomplished something? Hell yeah. This game is really hard to power level in. You die so much off and on. I think that's one of the things that that would hurt me, my chances at accomplishing a 1 week goal. But
you gotta think about it. If you're not a tank and you have 2 mobs on you, you're gonna get kind of nervous. It's just
exactly.
That's one of the good reasons why I like this game too. You can't just pick up 5 or 6 guys and kill them, then move on to another 5 or 6 guys.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Not even think about it.
So, Greg, the one thing that we were talking about earlier with the mounts and stuff, currency. Explain currency to the viewers in this game.
Currency. Wow. All right. So you got silver, gold, and platinum, and it's a pain in the ass to get. Like, a newer player like myself at the moment, it's really hard to come by, platinum so easy. I'm like, wow, you do 10, 15 quests, you got 4 or 5 gold, it's definitely not like that. things are kind of expensive. You actually gotta do stuff for quite some time to get, things that you want and need, or, random stuff in the auction house. You can't just farm gold, because if you did that, it'd take quite some time. You know,
Exactly. And that's one of the main points that I like also about Rift is the currency. The currency does not feel inflated. I feel like it's America
it's
in
very well balanced.
yeah, I feel like it's America in freaking WoW. Like you have like $5, but you can only buy an energy drink. You can't buy you can't buy
Exactly.
you can't buy a DVD anymore, and that's one of the things I feel like when I play World of Warcraft. I have 7,000 gold. There should be another currency there to make it better, or they should deflate the currency a little bit, make it so it's a little bit harder to come by.
Yeah, they make it so easy. You do your daily quests, and you got about 750 gold right off the bat. For like
Exactly.
an hour of questing. That's just kind of retarded. Gold
And
should be hard to come by.
all right, so another thing that people brought up when this game released was linearness. Now, Greg, you've quested quite a lot probably so far. What do you think of the linearness of the game? Do you think the maps need to be bigger, smaller, what?
Yeah, the maps are actually, they're pretty big. And not to mention, while you're questing, you got all these rifts, you got things to defend, all this stuff going on. You know, I love it. That's all I could say. It's just awesome.
A lot of people were dulled by the story of Quest, but I mean, let's face it, nowadays with Quest helpers, there was a reason why Quest helpers became legal to use in World of Warcraft, and basically the norm back when World of Warcraft didn't have a in-game Quest helper. Uh,
To be perfectly honest, sorry to interrupt you.
that's
Be
right.
perfectly honest, it's the questing isn't bad. There's actually there's some quests tell you if it's part of a storyline. If you're into that stuff, it's awesome. And the quests aren't always just go kill this guy or go kill this guy, or go pick up this. There's actually more to it once you get into the further quests after the starting zone.
For example, try and find imposters throughout the city. It's one
Yeah,
that I have right
exactly.
now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different things like that. There's also an achievement system, a collection system, basically stuff that makes you want to explore the game. I mean, this game is beautiful. I'm playing right now on 1360 by 768 resolution settings at ultra graphics. This game is beautiful. I don't know why a lot of people thought it wasn't. Maybe it's because it feels a little bit like Warhammer's art style, but this game is beautiful. It always has been. And that's one of the things that immerses a player is the beauty of it. Does it fit the storyline? Yes, it does. It's a little bit darker because the story's dark. You got two races that are pretty much equally as far as good and evil go, and I mean not two races, two factions. So you got a lot of different things going on. You got the Defiance, you got the Guardians. They have their both separate storylines, and then whatever you do in the game as far as quest lines go, you develop different stories. You get to do different quests that have different stories behind them, different characters, and it develops the story quite a lot. Like a lot of the quest text I've read so far was so awesome to read. But let's talk about the main part of Rift that sort of makes this game feel like vanilla WoW in a sense. Now, a lot of people aren't going to catch this comparison, but rifts. What makes this game feel so special when it comes to rifts that it makes you think of vanilla WoW?
It's just the challenge of it and just the craziness, just random all hell breaking loose. It's just it makes you feel excited again about doing something. It makes you feel like you're actually participating and being a part of something. You're not just killing a boss or something. Like a rift, they actually need you. They need your help.
Exactly. They could take over worlds with the rift.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
could take over towns. There's a couple times last night during a minor event where we had to go save a town because basically what happened is a bunch of invasions flocked over to it and killed the foothold, and they claimed it as themselves. There's one on the beach. I could locate both of them. One on the beach over, I think here. I think we killed one over here, and also either this one or that town. Each of those we had to save, and the thing, And the cool thing about that is you get to sort of involve yourself in the map. You get to involve yourself in the world. And yes, it may not be as dynamic as Guild Wars 2's, what are they going to do? Oh, save that farm that's on fire. Oh, now you have a brand new shop forever. It may not be as world saving as that or world changing as that, but it's world changing enough to where you feel like you are doing something in the world. And that's good enough for me. The rifts all change a lot. They're very unique. I think there's like 5 for each different type or something like that. I could be wrong on that. I'm just guessing. This feels like that. There's a lot of variety in each one. You're not going to be doing a static rift like you would in the public quest system of Warhammer, which is basically the wrong comparison. A lot of people compare these rifts to public quests. They're nothing even close to them. They spawn in different locations. They do different things. They have different terrains. They, basically are mini raids themselves. There's PvP rifts now, raid rifts, stuff like that. The major rifts feel like mini instances half the time. You have to require groups. I mean, there was one time during an event where we required 10 people during the beta to do a rift. That is pretty freaking insane. 10 people, basically 10-man raid on a major rift. That was freaking awesome. And that's what makes this game as special as WoW, is the fact that each different little content requires consistency and challenge. And skill, actually, not challenge, skill. You have to be consistent with your skill, unless you're going to fail. You're going to fail your group and you're going to fail yourself. The dungeons in WoW back in the day, the dead mines was pretty damn hard. You actually had to CC like you do in this game. You actually had to make sure you didn't pull wrong mobs like you do in this game. And that's what I miss from MMOs, and that's why I'm now engulfed in playing Rift, now that I have a subscription, is the challenge. I can't wait to do more instances in this game. I played Realm of Fae, Iron... what's that place called? I can't think. I know of 2 of them that I played. The other 2 I cannot think of. Let me see. Let me find it on the map. Iron Tome. I did 2 of those recently on a trial account during reactivation and had the blast doing each of them. They both require challenge and they both had unique things about them. So basically the moral of the story is Rift, in my opinion, feels like vanilla WoW. Greg, what about you? Do you feel that?
Yeah, it's... it really does feel like it. It feels like I'm playing something just completely amazing all over again. It's just constantly I'm getting surprises. I'm constantly, being amazed on, even the small things. I'm constantly going, wow, that was crazy. Just action packed. Love it.
And I guess you could sort of take this as a review. Right now, for all players, this game is free up to the 19th, I believe. And you can have a blast just like I am right now, just having a great time. And if you want to hit us up, we are on Wolfbane, right?
Yeah, Wolfbane.
Wolfbane, same name as you see right here, Saint City. And you can hit me up. We can do party and we can go Rift together. Hell, I don't care. Anyways, I'm your host, actually, as always. He is Greg, and this has been Level Up episode number 22. Our comparison of Vanilla, WoW, and Rift. Basically, we feel WoW Vanilla is basically Rift. Rift is WoW Vanilla. It has the influence, the feel, the skill level of Vanilla WoW, and that's what has drawn me into this game and to this MMO in particular. Catch you guys next time. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and the question of this video is, have you played Rift? If so, do you think it feels like Vanilla WoW? Catch you guys next time.